Sure, I would do honestly.
A consultant. So the eagerness of, number two, the eagerness of getting consultants should come to an end immediately. I got a request from the NAVF to go to Cairns. I turned it down. People have been going to Cairns, but for 5 years, and this is a new board, so I can't blame them. There's a new CEO, there's a new chairperson. For 5 years, we've given them R1 billion, NAVF, and they don't have one hit movie. There's not one blockbuster for R1 billion. One blockbuster. And people have been going to Cairns. So there's no results. So when you ask me to travel, ask yourself, did somebody go the previous year or the year before with this? Yes, go and read those reports. Maybe what you want to see, they've already seen, and you can implement what you want to learn there. Then there's a mistake I see board members are making and council members. The deputy minister and myself, we are the ultimate accountable officials for everything that happens in all your entities. Now, you come here, now you think you are serving yourself. No, the minister mustn't interfere. Interfere? I hired you. Imagine, and the thing I want to, before I get to that, I'm saying, we give you where we want to take this thing today. We're going to tell you where we want to take this entity. And when we tell you we want to take this entity, your job is to make sure it gets there. We must have that relationship. If you have great ideas of where the entity should go to, which is in contravention of my ideas and the DM's ideas, it's fine, give us your resignation and go and open a council for yourself with your family members, and you can take it in that direction. But as long as we are the minister, deputy minister, it is our direction and you must implement. We will never ask you to do corruption. We will never ask you to do the wrong thing. We are sitting here, we know what is the strategic direction the government is taking. I sit in cabinet. You don't sit in cabinet, so I hear where my boss, the president, wants to take it. Imagine the president says, I'm serving on behalf of the president. My ideas as a minister come second to that of the president. I was on my way to, it's probably my nicest, most looking forward weekend in my entire term as a minister. I had meetings in Australia. But the same week of my meetings, the week of my meeting was, I think on the 17th, and the weekend thereafter, the Springboks were playing and Drinkers were fighting. Same weekend in Australia. I called the people of the meeting, I said, can we meet this weekend, please? They said, of course. I was the happiest man ever ourselves. I'm like, we're going to have our meeting, we're going to watch the Springboks play, we're going to watch Drinkers fight. On my way to the airport, my boss had other plans for me. I was already at the airport. I said, yes, sir. Yes, Mr. President. Yes, Mr. President. Yes, Mr. President. Yes, Mr. President. And when I dropped the phone, I said, and that's when I realized that the people in my staff don't really like me, because they said, Minister, you have the tickets, can you go so long? But it was a bitter pill for me. But I understood that what my boss wants, my boss should get. Because he's ultimately responsible for the direction that the country is taking. I'm ultimately responsible for the direction that this department is taking. You were not chosen. The people that said they didn't choose you lightly. We looked at many factors. Many factors. Take this position serious. Boxing SA, we've got fresh people there now. NFF, I took a bet with a minister which I won't mention. He said to me, I've tried that NFF team. I said, for the first time, you will see the caliber of people we have there now. Hit movies will come out of there. Boxing South Africa will rise again. Languages needs to take its rightful place. I was sitting next to a blind person on the plane. He inspired me so much because I said to him, listen, I said to him, sir, if there's anything I can assist you with on this flight, let me know. He said, who are you? I said, I'm Gayton Mckenzie. He says, oh, I know you. You are a businessman, which was before I was a minister. I said, yes, sir. He says, yeah, you can assist me only with one thing. You must fund institutions that help blind people. I said, yeah, no, where do I start? I said, so as we were talking, I said to him, but are you coping? How's it? And he said to me, being blind is not so bad. The only nonsense is damn expensive to be blind. And that's you agree, sir? And that for me was such a great outlook here. And I had to record it because nobody would believe the next story. I was telling my partner the story, she didn't believe it. We went this weekend, and I'm sitting in the car. At the side of my door, I just heard bam, and I was like, and the security all looked, and it was a blind gentleman that walked against our car, and the car was parked, and he had 2 beers in his hands. And he had a stick under, he was not using his stick. He was drinking the 2 beers. And he went to the front of the car and we wanted to drive and we had to stop again. I said, if I tell the story, nobody will believe me. So I then recorded the story. And I said to them, I must tell people in government, this thing to say don't drink and drive. It is not only for people with cars, even pedestrians. And the Association for the Blind, we need to not do things the way we've done 30 years ago. We need to sit with the people that are partially sighted and blind and hear from them how we can make their lives easier. Not us telling them what we've learned at university. We need to sit with them and say, how do we make your life easy? You don't learn to swim by reading a book on swimming. You swim. So when you are representing the blind, the deaf, when you see your chairperson, sit down and hear them out and listen and say, how do you think, what is it you don't like here? How can we make your life better? Don't theorize everything. People that are highly educated sometimes like theory, which is most of you in this room is basically highly educated. You love theory, but practicality is as equally important. So what I want to end upon is the issue of consequence management. We are going to ask for all the forensic reports. And we are going to make a special, we are going to send you letters to the next effect, that we're going to take that out of your hands. The consequence management. Because it is expensive. Because some of you, all your money goes to investigating. We don't take it out because we don't think you're capable. We bring it to us because it's expensive. And most of your time is spent investigating, acting. So we want to bring it to a central place so that we can investigate and we'll give you the reports and you can act. Because most of your time is spent in courts. Most of your time is spent with forensic investigations. And then you get blamed for doing your work. They'll send letters to us, no, the CEO is convicted, she's part of this, the board is convicted, so we want to bring it to a central place, Mr. Ndima, Mr. Tingani. We want to bring it to a central place where we will assist all the entities with forensic investigations. So you have to bring all your troubles to us. So you can go on, because your job is not, it is schizophrenic for a CEO and a board the whole day to work with forensic investigations. KZN is seized with investigations all day, every day. When do you truly do the work that you have been appointed to do? So we want to alleviate that stress from you. Then international trips. I'm telling you now today, if you go overseas and I don't know, look for a job there where you are. I'm going to repeat that. I became a minister and I was told we don't get day off. We don't get holiday. The president will decide which days he gives us a holiday. And so when you travel as a minister, you have to ask permission from your president. You can't travel without, because the state is paying. So December when I went to Dubai in Maldives with my kids, I said, well, the president said, on the 17th of December, you can take off, you can go and leave ministers. So he gave us leave on the 17th of December, immediately after the National Day. What did I do? We booked flights for the kids. We're moving. At the airport, I met Mr. Mahlobo. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to Dubai. He says, oh, you got permission to go? I said, no, I didn't ask for permission. He says, what do you mean? I said, no, Minister, I mean, this is my own money. I'm on leave. Surely I can do what I want during. He says, you are not supposed to leave the country even if you are on leave. What's not your boss doing? I said that, oh, Atabo, writing a mail to the president. So can I please go? 20 minutes before boarding, I still didn't get a reply. I've already checked in. I called. I said, Mr. President, how are you? Are you enjoying your holiday, Mr. President? And I'm talking small, he's like, Mr. Mckenzie, what do you want? I said, but I'm leaving, I first need your permission. He says, granted, we'll set you the thing out. That is the same way I want to treat you. You cannot leave. You can leave when you're on holiday with your money, that's fine. But as long as we are paying, as government, you are fired on the spot if you are in Italy and you didn't inform us. I hope that one is very clear. The next point is the reports. The poor quality of the reports. Some of the reports leaves us more confused that certain people are writing. The reason why I have advisors, the reason why I talk to Mr. Paswa, all the people here, is because nobody has the intellectual right to knowledge alone. We are good at some stuff. You know what was the most frustrating thing for me for 8 months in this department? I had to call a meeting for it. Everyone spelled my surname wrong. Everyone. I had to call a meeting. Imagine you call a meeting and say, guys, MCKENZIE. And Mr. Ndima said, I've been telling them. And then I had his report in my hand. And even his PR didn't go there. So, your reports, leave the long reports. Come straight to the point. I'm a straight to the point person. Give it. Ba, 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 ba. Say what you want to say. And let somebody help you to check that. Because some of these reports are the poorest that I've seen. And I say this with all respect. The quality of the report. Don't try to have a long report. I'm a one-pager, two-pager person. I'm just, unfortunately, I'm those ministers that read everything. The team will tell you, I read. You don't just bring something to me, and I don't read it. I remember Ralph was acting CEO, was the MM when I was a mayor, and he said something I'll never forget. I was fighting with him, and he said, I just want to be honest, Mayor. We are not used to having mayors here that truly read the reports. So I do read the reports. Next thing, when you have an event, you can't tell the DM and myself 30 days before the event you want us. I am fully booked. The DM is fully booked for the month of June. Mara? June. Fully booked. So please, the moment, write us a letter that says, provisionally, can you hold this date for us? We are just finalizing our stuff. Because it is not right that some of you have not visited your places. So when you are at conceptualizing phase, let us know which dates to keep open. This one I spoke about, so I'm not going to dwell on it. The misalignment with the mandate. Understand the mandate and tell me who in your board, who of your CEOs does not understand the mandate or does not want to work on the mandate. We are one team here. Then I come to the third one. I would have loved to express myself in Afrikaans on this one, but I will opt for English. Because I express myself better in Afrikaans, but I'll go for English. South Africa's got the highest unemployment rate. Children, adults are committing suicide because they can't get jobs. And hear me very nicely. They can't get jobs. The biggest crisis facing our country is unemployment. Unemployment has the potential of causing massive riots in this country. Then some of you sitting here have the audacity to hire foreigners instead of South Africans. I don't care how you used to do it, but for as long as I am the minister, there will be no foreigner that will work in an entity while a South African can do the same thing. I want you to know this year, I'm busy with it. Some of you that want to defend that will be fired. Because none of you sitting here would have had a job today if people were having the same backward thinking that some of you are displaying when it comes to local labor. Nobody in this room, I checked your series, has a special skill. Not one. Not one of us in this room has a special skill that you can't find in this country. Not one person in this room. But you have a job. Now imagine if somebody has given your job to a foreigner. There's no foreigner that will work in the Department of Sport, Arts and Culture that does not have a special skill. Not one. So if you are foreigners, I mean, there's entities, a PA, a handyman, a driver. I expect the CEOs, I expect the board chairpersons and the whole board to take action within 2 weeks after receiving my letter tomorrow. You take action. What is action? They must go and you must replace them with South Africans. It is not xenophobic. You are not a chairperson in Zimbabwe. You are not a chairperson in Angola. You can go to all those entities in Zimbabwe and Angola and tell me if you can find a South African. We must leave this self-hate of our people. Nothing that you can say to me will explain to me the rationale or the justification to have foreigners without a special skill. If we're doing something in the, let's say, an astronaut, I think that's a special skill to be an astronaut. I could understand that. And we're not NASA, we are DSEC. So go and get your house in order because the storm is coming. I'm going to be relentless. Even if it means the CEOs has to go so we can put CEOs that love South Africans. Nothing occupies my mind for the next 3 weeks like the foreigners working in your department. I want them out. I said it. I want them out. Get them out before I get you out. It's gonna happen. I've set myself 5 weeks, I'm 2 weeks in. In 5 weeks, we shall give those jobs because some of you have forgotten how it feels not to have a job. Some of you don't know that people are getting depression because they can't find a job. South Africans are sitting outside praying for a job. I got a message from a gentleman yesterday that said to me, Minister, in fact, I want to read the message. Send it to the office, and the office sent it to me. This is what the South African is saying. And I was seized the whole night thinking about this message. It says to me, this is what the person says. His name is Gayton. He says, good evening, Minister Mckenzie. Thank you for doing this. I believe this PA lady, Portia, was appointed in my place. I went to the interview in 2021, and everyone seemed happy with me. It was my best interview. Thereafter, they ghosted me. No regret, nothing. No letter. This after I attended 3 phases of the interview. I was shattered and still question myself about what could have happened. What did I do wrong? This audit you are busy with, Minister Mckenzie, would be closure for me. I promise you that some of you that hires foreigners will be gone in 4 weeks. I promise you that. Because South Africans are jobless. And if I'm been given a choice to not go after this audit or lose my job, I will resign. Because I know the pain of not having a job. You should start applying for jobs in Zimbabwe and Angola and see how do these people feel in South Africans. I hope I'm very, very clear on this issue. Tomorrow you will receive a letter, including your entity of the blind. There's illegal foreigners there. It can't be. It will never be. It stops today. Most of your entities sitting here, go and fix that thing, because I'm coming for you if you don't fix it. It puts South Africans first. Because Peace Mabe and Gayton Mckenzie have been put here by South Africans. And I will serve the interest of South Africans. And she will serve the interest of South Africans before we serve the interest of anybody else. I hope that's very clear to everybody present. Then I want to thank you. I want to thank you for various things, but most importantly, I want to thank you for holding the ship steady in unsteady waters. What do I mean by that? Budgets are being cut left, right, and center. We have been told, and I'm giving you permission today, and I'm seizing you with the responsibility to form partnerships with the private sector. Come up with ideas. Look what Robben Island has done, which I think is just brilliant. Robben Island is going to market now. So there's 5 instructions I'm leaving you here with. Please, if you don't have a good memory, if your memory is like mine, it's not good, write it down, please. Number 1, go and get rid of the foreigners in your entities. Number 2, I'm going to call you. Minister Peace Mabe, Deputy Minister Peace Mabe is going to call you in the next 60 days. For one reason, you need to tell us how you're going to change your entity, how you're going to disrupt and bring it to a level. We're not living in the Stone Age. Children don't read anymore those little things you have there. I feel like destroying them every time I come here. You build something and then you put pages in. Those pages has been there for 30 years, 50 years. Those pages are a museum on their own. And then people must read that. That's not, you are not AI savvy. The museums, some of them, I went to the War Museum, I like what I saw there. I had questions and they said, no, you can ask this machine, it's your computer. So it's time for you to move with times. Come and tell us in the next 60 days, what is it you'd like to change that bring us to the 21st century? Come and tell us a space for a coffee shop. People love coffee. Have a coffee shop, because if somebody, hunger mustn't be the reason why people leave your museum. So when you come, I'm still by number 2. When you come with a plan and say, Minister Tanyan, you guys must speak to big coffee shop chains so they can have, it makes sense for them to put coffee shops in. So that people can have a sandwich, can have a coffee. Come tell me what you think of my plan for us to make the museums for free and up the price of coffee or up whatever they can get there. Come tell me. It might work for some of you. For Robben Island, I know that would not work. But for some of you, this might work. I'm mentioning this to you so that you're going to present to us in 60 days. And I don't want to hear the things the gentleman told us now, what is wrong there when he must give us his name. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear the solutions to what we are telling you. I'll give you the direction we're going. You must come, you go to Boxing South Africa's website. If I want, one boy says to me, but he's a good boxer. Now, Boxing South Africa, I must now ask some white men there, one white man in the whole of South Africa. He has all the knowledge of boxing in his head. That is madness. You ask anybody like, no, let's wait for him. And he's not lying, the white man is an encyclopedia of boxing. That man can die. We need to be able to punch in the name and get the history of a boxer. Make museums fun. Old people are dying, young people are being born. Today's young people don't read. Because they don't need to read. People say, oh, today's young people don't read. No, they don't need to read. They just need to listen and watch. They get even more knowledge than us that read. You know what kept black people back at school? It's the grasshopper. I still want to ask my white friend, do they do the grasshopper at school? The grasshopper, where you must know all parts of the grasshopper as a black person. That was the last time I really saw grasshopper, when I was at school. Those were useless things. I still don't know today. Why did I have to study the grasshopper and his legs? I don't know why. So cut out the stuff in your museum that doesn't serve any purpose anymore. Treat it like it is yours. When we meet in 60 days, I'm going to relish listening to you. When you tell me, this is what I'm going to do. This is how much it's going to cost. We will need this amount of money. And then we can help you with the private sector. Use the G20 as the best example for you to stage place. Let me make you out of the box thinking. Let me give you one idea. If I was you, and I check, Italy is coming, I will prepare a plane from Italy and tell the Italian ambassador, you have to bring your entrance to come and watch a play about the role Italy played. And then you sort of get them to pay for it. Those are the things we should. So the artists get work. And just start thinking out of the box. Just start thinking out of the box. But I'm not as smart as you. That's why you're the chair. You're the CEO. I don't have your education. So come teach us, tell us how you're going to make myself and please shine. Yeah, we want to shine. We can't shine if you don't shine. How are you going to make me shine? Come, you know, I went to the theater this week. Mckenzie, thank you. Because with my team, they were staging the cry of Winnie Mandela. And people were watching the play. When we left, everybody said, Mr. Mckenzie, that was brilliant. I said, yeah, I thought that. I had nothing to do with it. But the whole 24 countries, Mr. Mckenzie, that was a master stroke. I said, yeah, you know, I thought long and hard about which play. So, you must make us shine. When I go to Peckoffs, I must take a discipline with me. Because I'm getting complaints from left to right. I want that to change. Change the whole vibe of your place. You've got the support of the deputy minister and the minister. I am giving you support now. We don't appoint people and then go for those people. You have the support. You look at Freedom Park. If you are honest about Freedom Park, there's really nothing happening there. But a lot can happen there. And I put a very brilliant chairperson there. And I expect her to give me the goods while I appointed her. Come with ideas to me. Come tell me, Minister, this is where we want to go. I will support you. Give people work. Give our artists work. You are a job creator. Give the people work. And if people can't afford to stage a play, it's okay to let them come and you share. Come with different models. Not everybody's got money to stage a play, but people have the talent. So let the people come, have the play, let them sell the tickets, and you get money. Whatever you get is 10 or 20% of what you would have had zero anyway. I don't want next year to hear a museum's got an opening. Go to the schools, hire people, that's PROs that can talk. Some of your tour guides, they're in the wrong profession. They should be nannies to make children sleep. Minister, you see, you hire low energy individuals to keep us regaled and entertained. So you know what I need from you for number 2. You come and present how we can help you. Make it fun. You know, I went to the Northern Cape the other day. I enjoyed myself so much. Because Pensa better function there. It was such a vibey function for me. You know, I never thought language and spoken word and all the things that govern the mandate can be this fun. The CEO, thank you. I really enjoyed that. So just get vibey. We are the ministry of happiness, man, of just some of you is like you are in Delco. Leave that here, you must be vibey, Minister, I've got this show happening, I've got this. So, get the place going, make it fun for children, talk to me, say bring Sia Police to come and read for the children, do this, let's just get some vibe going. So I am so excited to listen to you in 60 days. And you must present. And we're going to gossip about you like. This one. Good thing. That's what we do. We gossip. We sit there like, this one. As the CEO, you know, I always pride myself. I say to people, I was in a special class at school. Like, you know, they say in Africa they call it the unpassers class. But I'm very proud that I was number 1 in that school. There's some people that are so bright and so smart academically. But you're so fixated on your academic qualifications that you forget what's the purpose of education.
Yeah.
When I walk into your office, there's no space, all your degrees, all the courses you've attended. It's there against the wall, and good for you. God bless you. We're happy for you. But you went to school and you did better than us for purposes of implementing that academic excellence so that it can benefit mankind. Use that. And I don't want an entity with only white people, only Indians, only blacks or only colors. Be very mindful, because that comes after the illegal foreigners or the foreigners. I was in a hell of a fight. The people of the Panther board can tell you. I fought until Parliament, because there was no white people on the African, on the language board. And I said, everybody should be there. So look at that also. Number 3. When we meet, I don't want the plans to be vague of how you're going to change the entity. I don't want it to be vague. You must have dates. You must have. Last night I made a promise at the community in Mossel Bay. And I said we're going to build them an outdoor gym within 30 days. They clapped. So I'm saying to you, within 30 days, within 60 days, within 90 days, come tell us how long will this plan take, how much this plan will cost. But make it different. But I need dates to your presentation. Number 4, because you'll be called with your whole team. Tell me who's the problem children there. I'm helping you, I'm on your side. Tell me who's the problem children that stands in the way of progress. The board must work one direction. We don't want infightings. You're not a political party. You're not parliament where we have different political parties. You have one mandate. And the road is long. Some of you are so good that we look at you sometimes like, you're this person. We need to keep. And don't try to be too nice sometimes. Be kind. But don't be nice when it comes to the work of the entity. But be kind always. Be kind. And don't be scared. We are busy now with Treasury, with NFVF. We are fighting there with Treasury. We are having a follow-up meeting where we want to build a studio in the Freedom Park. That's already people saying that's not going to work. Stay away from that's not going to work, people. Because I believe Freedom Park, NFVF, that will be the most groundbreaking thing you'll do together. Of course, we have very dynamic chairpersons and CEOs in those entities. Lastly, the worst thing is not only here, it's also in government. It's the worst. It's the worst. If you ask me, I have run very successful businesses. I've had failures, but the ones that were successful, they were very, very successful. That's why I don't need to take a salary, because I've run very good businesses. But here's the issue. I see it here more evident than anywhere. You work in silos. You work in silos. When you come present to me, you must tell me how you're going to work together. You must come and tell me, don't come and tell me we're going to work with the Freedom Park. You go and book hotels out for lunches. You have meetings, but we've got a brilliant facility at Freedom Park. Ask Kate, there's brilliant facilities here. Why even this meeting? My team will have to come and tell me why we're having this meeting here, where this alarm was bothering us. Why we could have had this facility, this meeting at Robben Island? Ask Kate. That is what I'm talking about. I'm going to ask my team, they will explain to me that later. Let us work together. Go to the market theatre. I was there. Brilliant facilities there. But if I have the CEO now, do they use you? No. I need you in your presentation to us. And you only have 20 minutes. Because we don't want long paragraphs here of World War III and World War II and World War I. You come, we had the presentation the other day, the same exercise was in the sports division. The same exercise. The people of Swimming South Africa spent 10 minutes talking about boxing. 10 minutes. I was shocked. No, I'm going to make an example with boxing. This is the chairperson and the CEO. When they came halfway through the presentation, I stopped them, the time was over. And when the chairperson came of boxing essay, she said, I hope I'm not going to get an invoice for the presentation of boxing. How am I going to do this in 20 minutes? You're going to do it today. I'm saying you've got 20 minutes to come on, be 1 minute at the point. Come straight to the point. Don't, you see, Minister, load shedding, you see, Minister, no. This is what we're going to change. Our museum will be free from now on. We will take up the offer of a coffee shop. Because we've been approached, I think, Charles, you guys have been approached by coffee shop owners. Come to me and say, we want to take up that offer. Minister, we want help with getting funding outside. You want a partner. But don't say you want a partner. Tell us what is going to be the ROI of the partner.
Nothing. Sure, about the ownership.